Already know that I'm hot, making my way to the spot. It's getting heated, it's steaming, they feeling like I got some coke in the pot. They playing Shaydez on the block, got the okay from my pops. They asking if it's my time, I reply with a sign, just tell them to watch. Ooh, that's my baby, my rock. She looks so mean, but she not from the street, she a G, and she know that my team never talk to the cops.
How am I feeling right now? And about these acclaimed reviews, I feel I'm on top of the world. I'm on cloud nine. You know, I had a plan when I made the project, and it was just, I literally wanted people to feel the aura. I wanted them to feel me. I wanted them to be impacted by it, whether it was from a love song, a party song, or a social impact type of song. I just wanted you to really get into all the tracks on the project. So anything else that happened after that was just a bonus. So to see that it really resonated with people from all walks of life, that's what I'm most excited about, because, you know, you make music, but you never know who it's going to resonate with.
I got the recipe. I got the recipe. I got the recipe. Yeah. Call on me, I got the recipe. Call on me, I got the recipe. Yeah. Call on me, I got the recipe. I got the recipe. Yeah.
What did I do differently on this album? I'd say the number one thing for sure was I collaborated. The big difference between my debut album, which was Magnetic Aura, I didn't really know anybody in the city, so literally the two people that I collaborated with were family and friends, and they weren't even like actual artists. So if you look up their names, you can't find any other work other than on mine. So this time around, I'm the type of artist that, because I am an album type of musician, I wanted to make sure that I had a lot of experience in between the next project. So there was like 4 years in between Magnetic Aura all the way to Feel the Aura. I did do like a short EP, but it had nothing to do with the trilogy. So with Feel the Aura, I made sure that I reached out to all the people that I respected their craft, especially vocalists, because I'm a big fan of R&B. I write all the R&B that I'm featured on and that I have on the album. So I made sure I reached out to some of my favorite peers who I'm actually fans of myself, and they were more than happy to hop on the album. And I was more unapologetic this time around. I made sure I got hard-hitting beats as well as melodic beats, and more than half of them were from local producers, which is something I haven't done before. So a lot of these things were first for me on the album, and I think, you know, one thing I'm mostly proud of is that, we said this before on social media, was that I had so many different hands in the pot. And usually when that happens, you know, the meal gets messed up. But my DJ Troy Frost told me that means you know how to run your kitchen. So I think that's why it had those great results, is because even though I was letting everybody feeling free to be themselves and write what they want, I still was in the back like orchestrating everything.
Today I don't want to do nothing. I got some days where I'm hustling. Today I don't want to do nothing. On Monday I'm gonna be something, but right now I can't even function. Right now I can't even function. Right now I can't even function. I got some days where I'm hustling. Today I don't want to do nothing.
As far as me staying active, I feel like I'm gonna be the first one to say it here. A lot of the seeds that I planted months ago and years ago, for some reason they're all growing and blossoming now, so it makes it look like I'm in the game even when I'm not, because I rest way more than it looks like. But because things that I've collaborated on, for some reason everybody wants to release them right now. So it looks like, oh, she's here, she's here, she's there, she's there. But really, I'm just at home on the couch watching it all get posted on social media.
So I'm drying my body up. My hair dripping wet, so I tied it up. I'm kinda lit, man, wired up. This is a given, don't need the applause. And y'all for the hashtag, but I'm for the cause. If we gonna be who we think that we are, then we need self-care, and right here's where it starts.
I think one thing that Feel the Aura allowed people to find out about me is how versatile I actually am, because depending on what point in my career you found out about Red Shade, you probably thought, okay, well, this is the type of music that she does. But for me, since I was a little girl, I dabbled in everything. So if you just named From Bahamas to Atlanta and then Let 'Em Know, those are two completely different kind of songs. And just on Feel the Aura, there's like everything. Because one of my favorites is Steppin' Out. And that's like, I feel like I'm in a rock band on that song. It's like I call that like my hip rock song. Hip pop or hip rock, both of those. It could be in any genre. But people love that one too. But that one's like a nice sing-along on the radio type song about overcoming like dark days. So
I'll be stepping out today. I'll be stepping out today. I'll be stepping out today. I've been on the couch all day, but I'll be stepping out today. 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 I've been on the couch all day, but I'll be stepping out today.
I took a lot of breaks. You know, I wasn't consistent for 20 years straight, you know, and I think during those breaks, I was able to go back to the drawing board and learn about all the things that were working for my career and things that weren't, and things that I needed to add to my pursuit, and just everything. I had to get like more business acumen. I had to figure out which people to put my music in front of, where to perform, how to show more of my personality to people that do take a liking to my music, because music is only a small percentage of the whole package. You know, people do want to like your music, but they also want to believe in you and your story. They want to know your background. It's so many components, and when you're a shy person like myself, as far as like being in the limelight, that's a lot to grapple with, you know. So once I learned all those things over the years, one thing that was also just natural was I grew. So the older you get, hopefully it comes with wisdom. So once I got that, I was like, all right. So I remember in 2018, I was like, all right, you know what? I got to buckle down. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go super hard. This is my last big attempt at it, and we're going to see what happens. And it was just like...
Put me on a pedestal. Yes, I make mistakes. I need a break and trying to take control. Ain't no rush. I had to learn my pace. Now I'm twerking to the 808s. My whole mood has took a turn and now I'm feeling great. I am self-fulfilled and so strong, and my whole family straight.
So 5 years ago, I was a fan. Like I remember just coming out of college, and I wanted to see what the scene was like here, and it was very different from what it's like today. So I was able to see like a substantial amount of growth with the scene, and it's like very different because, you know, when I was out, I remember seeing some of these like monthly shows such as Mind Spray and shows that were happening at the Middle East and so on and so forth. And, you know, things were trying to, you know, get better then. And then if you back up a little bit 5 years before that, so now we're at the 10-year mark, I wasn't too tapped in because I was in school. So I was like, I don't really know what's going on here. There was a couple of people that, you know, you hear about Guru, you hear about RSO, you hear about Ed OG, but you really don't know, okay, well, what's going on in the city, in the community, who supports them. You fast forward to today, now it seems like arts organizations are mixing in with the artists, and all these publications are covering what we're doing, and everybody just seems like they want to help and contribute in some way, and it's great to see because it wasn't always like this. And I think that I would love to see our collaboration be documented more, so that other people that are not as tapped into the scene can know that this exists, because it's really great. And the Boston Answering is a great show to reference, because that was one of the nights where I remember I said, oh, it's different now. I said, this is different. It was like any and everybody was in the crowd of all walks of life. The energy was infectious. It was just crazy that there's still people that are telling me that they were there now that I didn't even recognize, because it was literally so many people, and it was like an award show. It felt like the Source Awards or something right there in Dorchester at the Strand. So it was cool for sure.
up against her, these trolls will not convince her, she still uplifts her sisters, great, but my flow killer. If you don't feel it, then you so bitter, don't spit it when approaching her, no provoking her, won't get a high note, so you a joke to her, go through a real lane change, so I know you a one about your business, please no small talk, what is this, please me ballpark of listed race, come back all about persistence, great, if your budget weak, we not gonna speak, bro, I'm off on it, but at least when you come to me and I hop on it, done with these folks who come for me and the offer is under the margin, other fees be so costly.
It takes a lot for me to get up there and perform too, and I get super nervous, and then I have to constantly hear that, oh, it doesn't look like it, you can never tell, which is great. I know they mean great well by it, but it's an internal thing. It's not something that you're gonna physically see. And I said that I was probably one of the only artists that enjoyed the break of not having to perform all the time, because as soon as this happened, I seen a bunch of my peers like they didn't know what to do and they started trying to perform everywhere that they saw fit, and I was just at home like, I'm okay, I don't have to do all this preparation anymore. And it was great to sit down and reflect, because it does take a lot out of you and it's very tedious. What I do miss though is the crowd interaction, and being able to talk to supporters like face to face after the show, because after I'm up there for about a minute or so, it gets better, the anxiety gets better, trickles down a little bit, and you're up there and you just feel so exhilarated. So I do miss that part, but other than that, I'm chilling.
Let's take it slow though, I know you excited. Fact, you can go if you tryna one-night it, cause for me to dig you, your soul is enticing. See that thing poking, I know that you like it. I act shy in person, but open and private. Multi-dimensional, got different sizing. Without disrespecting you, hoping you find it.
So to keep it clean, but everybody knows that at my shows, I always lead with, it's Red Shades, sis. And that's what I'll say. Holla, chillingintheshade.com, at Red Shades 1 on every social media platform. And keep a lookout for a bunch of new visuals coming from me that I'm either a part of or that are my projects. And peace and love and light.
You probably got something to say. See, I can be in your ride on the passenger side with a smile looking at you like, hey, I'll be your shorty and you be my bae. Now we at home and I'm hoping you stay. Hey. Now you feeling my heart. Now you feeling my heart. Now you feeling my, now you feeling my, now you feeling my heart. Now you feeling my heart. Now you feeling my heart. Now you feeling my, now you feeling my, now you feeling my heart. Come here, little baby, you know that I got it. Come here, little baby, you know that I got it. Come here, little baby, you know that I got it. Come here, little baby, you know that I. Come here, little baby, you know